Good evening and welcome to Yoga on the Labyrinth. Thank you for inviting us into your space, wherever that is. It is such a blessing to share this time with you. We have a theme that grounds every single practice, and this week's theme is so special. It's simplicity. And I love this theme. I love this theme so much because I need this theme myself. I really need to be able to internalize this message. I don't know about y'all, but for me, like being someone who is in a very high functioning setting and being someone who has been trained to think to be a high achiever, high functioning, it's so easy for me to really overcomplicate things, like all the time, like both in reality, like every day, like in actual things that I do, but also in my mind, like conceptually about just the way that I move through the world. One of the things I absolutely love about my yoga practice is it just brings me back. It just grounds me, and it reminds me that it's not that complicated. It's so, I think, easy for us to slip into those patterns where we want to believe that if we just try much harder to understand it, if we just build out the fancy script and categories, that things will make sense. The thing that makes the most sense for me in yoga is when I actually just stop all that, when I allow that chatter to really subside and just listen to my body. And I feel like we move through the world not doing that enough. So I hope this evening, or whatever time it is that you're practicing this, you're able to just embrace the blessing of simplicity. Just move through the practice one asana at a time. Don't force yourself to believe that you should have some kind of outcome. Don't try to make it fit into some kind of rubric. Just let the asana, let the practice carry you, and subsist within the grace that is present through allowing yourself to surrender to the simple movements, the bodily movements, one to the next. I hope that this practice is as meaningful for you as it is for me. I can't wait to see you all. We're preparing for your return in person, and there'll be more news on that soon. Namaste.
Welcome to Yoga on the Labyrinth at Grace Cathedral. My name is Darren Main, and I'll be teaching this practice today. And I have Amber Field here to provide our music. I've also invited a number of yoga models in to join us so that you can more easily follow along in your home practice. Please remember to only do what you feel safe and comfortable doing, and enjoy your practice. The theme for today's practice is simplicity. We live in this immensely complicated world that does not need to be. The best things in life are found when we simplify, when we keep it simple. So as you practice today, consider that all you need is your mat, your lungs to breathe and your body to move, to find that place of equanimity and joy. And all of the other stuff is clutter and distraction. Let's begin with a meditation. Coming to a comfortable seat, closing your eyes and straighten your back. Let one breath flow into the next. Notice the busyness of your life and the busyness of your mind. Notice the busyness of the world around you. And notice the clutter in your mind, the clutter in your heart, the clutter in your home, the clutter in our world. And open yourself. Become willing to let some of that clutter go, to let things become simple and less complicated. Our opening meditation is from the theologian Frederick Buechner. Stop trying to protect, to rescue, to judge, to manage the lives around you. Remember that the lives of others are not your business. They are their business. They are God's business. Even your own life is not your business. It is also God's business. Leave it to God. It is an astonishing thought. It can become a life thought. Unclench the fist of your spirit and take it easy. What deadens us most to God's presence within us, I think, is the inner dialogue that we continuously engage in with ourselves, the endless chatter of human thought. I suspect that there is nothing more crucial to true spiritual comfort than being able from time to time to stop the chatter. I've asked Amber to lead us in our opening Om. The eyes remain closed. Empty the lungs completely. And then inhale slowly from your belly, up through the ribs to the collarbone. And exhale from the collarbone slowly down. Inhaling from the belly slowly up. And exhaling from the top slowly down. Five counts in and 5 counts out. Five in, 5 out. Maintain this breath for the remainder of your practice. As you're ready, transition to child pose. The forehead on the earth, the arms extended out in front of you, the hips reaching back toward the heels. Breathing here and reminding yourself that this is your resting pose and your refuge. Anytime you need to take a break, you can come to this pose. You can modify your practice in any way your body needs to be safe and to get the most out of your efforts. You can do more, you can do less, you can do something completely different. Listen to your body. As you're ready, inhale, come up to a table. And take a few cat and cow stretches to liberate your spine, dropping the belly down. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, rounding your spine. And flowing back and forth. Bring the back flat. Keep the hips high above the knees. The hips stay high as you walk the hands out in front of you. Reaching as far in front of you as you can. Buttocks lifting higher, and take a moment to wag your tail in a gentle puppy stretch. walking your hands back. Curl your toes under, lifting the hips. Stepping the heels up and down. Shift the hips side to side. Inhale, come forward to a plank, the top of a push-up. Draw the lower belly in and up. Pushing back, downward dog. Again, come forward to a plank. Lower belly in and up. And back, downward dog. Walking the hands back toward the feet. Let the head drop. Take hold of your elbows, sway side to side. Coming up one vertebra at a time. All the way to standing. And then stepping to the top of your mat. Let's begin with some gentle sun salutations. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold and touch the earth. You can look forward to flatten the back, then step or hop the feet back. You're dropping the knees, lower the chest and chin down, and slide through to cobra. Exhale, back, downward dog. You can walk the feet forward to the hands. Exhale to a deep fold. Inhale the arms up. And hands to the heart. Again, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold and touch the earth. Look forward, a flat back, and then step or hop the feet back. You can drop the knees or take full chaturanga, lowering down, pulling through for upward dog. The elbows straight, the thighs lifting, and exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Five in, five out. Step or hop the feet forward. Exhale, take a deep fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands to the heart. Let's take 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold and touch the earth. Look forward. Step or hop back. Lower down with or without the knees, upward dog or cobra as you inhale, and then back, downward dog. Last round, step or hop forward, fold deep, reach the arms up, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold. Look forward. Step or hop back. Cycling through. Upward and downward dog. Take 10 breaths here, or come to child for 10 breaths. Notice the effects of your practice. Notice for a minute how all the things we acquire in our lives that we think are going to bring us joy and happiness frequently distract us from joy and happiness. And something as simple as rolling out your yoga mat, moving your body with intention, and breathing deep and full reveals that joy and happiness within. Simplicity. Downward facing dog. From downward dog, take your right leg high in the air. Bring the foot forward. Drop the back knee and reach the arms up. Lunge deep. Lift the breastbone high. And take your hands to the back of your head. Lift the chest and heart. Open the elbows. Breathe here. 5 in and 5 out. 5 in, 5 out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down and step back for downward facing dog. The left leg lifts high. Bring it forward between the hands, dropping the right knee. And again, reach the arms up. Lunge deeper and find joy in this pose. The part of you that was once a child would do something like this and just celebrate, not trying to achieve anything, just celebrating being in your body. See if you can find a little of that now. Hands to the back of the head, open the chest and heart, deep breaths. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up, hands to the earth, downward dog.
Since I lay my burden down, glory, glory, hallelujah.
Take the right leg high in the air and bring the foot forward, this time keeping that back heel or knee off the floor and grounding the heel.
So much
Open to warrior 1.
since I lay my burden
Lunge deep, lift the heart high.
glory, glory.
Feel free to smile. Check out your front knee. It should be right over your ankle, and you should be able to see your big toe.
My burden,
Now lean forward so that your torso, your arms, and your back leg are in a straight line.
so much
Shift forward and come up for warrior 3.
since I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I lay
Gracefully floating back,
down,
hands to the earth,
I can rest better.
downward dog.
So much better since I lay
The left leg high, bring it forward,
down.
ground the back heel, and come on up with an inhalation. Warrior 1.
Hallelujah, since we lay our burden
Beautiful.
down, we can flow better.
Lunge.
So
Lift the
much
heart.
better since we lay our
Reach forward, align the entire back leg, torso, and arms, and then float up into warrior 3. Warrior 3.
Since we lay our burden down, we can be.
This pose is incredibly simple,
Since
and
lay
it can be incredibly challenging.
down,
Those two things are not contradictions.
glory,
Find the simplicity of the pose and embrace the challenge. Float back gracefully.
our burden
Warrior 1, exhale the hands down and step back
we can
for
do
downward dog.
better
do this again. Take the right leg high in the air, bring it forward, and come on up to warrior one. This time, though, you're going to straighten the right leg, finding your hips, the two hip bones here, and square them to the top of your mat. Lift your breastbone high, lead from your heart, come forward, and then bring the hands to either side of that foot. Now, some people may have a knee that straightens easily. Most of us do not. The goal is not so much straightening the knee as elongating, lengthening the leg. So pull that right hip up and back. Five in and five out. Beautiful. Bend the front knee. Step back. Take downward dog. Same pose again, but the other side. Left leg up. Bring it forward. Ground the heel. Warrior one. Straighten that front knee. Square off the hips. And then fold forward over the extended leg. Five in, five out. Five in, five out. Elongate that leg. Elongate it till you feel that deep stretch where you can breathe. Now bend the knee, step back, downward dog. Beautiful. We're going to take a little break here. You can stay in downward dog, or you can come to child for 10 breaths. 10 breaths. Again, noticing the effects of your practice. And notice also how coming to child, this simple act of placing your forehead on the earth grounds you. Downward dog. Step or hop the feet forward. The feet about hip width apart. Make quote marks with your fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Look forward to flatten the back, and then deepen the fold. The sit bones lifting higher. Each inhalation lengthens the spine, each exhalation deepens the fold. Inhale, lift the hips higher. Exhale, fold deeper. Breathe, breathe. As you inhale, inhale the arms up overhead. Take the feet a little wider than hip width apart. Bring the hands to the heart, bend the knees, and squat down, Malasana. Now, many people holding this pose may be challenging, so having your hands on the floor to support your balance may be needed. If you can maintain your balance, bring your elbows between your knees and use the elbows to open the knees wider. And for me, I like to do some micro movements in my neck, nothing aggressive, just simple, gentle stretches There is something about this pose that releases the neck in a beautiful way. Bring the hands to the earth. Straighten the knees. Feet hip width apart. Take hold of the big toes again, or if you'd like, slide the hands under the feet for a Padahastasana, hand to foot pose. Breathe here. 5 in, 5 out. 5 in, 5 out. We're going to come to Malasana one more time. Inhale the arms up overhead. Step the feet a little wider than hip width apart and drop down. Smile and breathe. Open the knees wider. You can touch your left hand to the floor, your right hand to the knee, and begin twisting just gently, looking up with the breastbone. And then you can switch sides. Both hands down. Straighten the knees. Feet hip width apart. Inhale the arms up overhead. Hands to the heart. From your position standing at the top of your mat, you're going to step to the side of your mat, facing the side of your mat, the feet a leg length apart. Beautiful. So be mindful of the proportions of your own unique body. A leg length makes a perfect triangle with the legs. And for each person, that will be a little different distance apart. Turning the right foot to the right, the left foot in. Reach the arms out and dropping the hands down. The left fingers touching the ceiling, the right hand resting on the shin, or if you have one available, a yoga block. Props such as yoga straps and blocks are really helpful for your home practice, and you can pick them up pretty affordably on Amazon, Whole Foods, other health food stores, yoga studios. Inhale, come on up. Pigeon toe the feet, and again, you can use your block or not. You're going to bow forward, bringing your hands either to a block or to the floor. Pigeon toe the feet, flatten the back. Draw the hips up and back. Bend your elbows as you walk the hands back. Beautiful. The sit bones lifting higher. 5 in, 5 out. Inhale, come on up. Hands to the hips and come the rest of the way up. Again, turn the left foot this time to the left, the right foot in slightly. You can use a block or not. Reach to the left and drop the hand down. Touch the ceiling. Good. clasp the hands behind you. Coming all the way up, clasp the hands behind you as you pigeon toe the feet. And then you can either, if this is too much on your shoulders, you can hold a strap or a towel between your hands. You can rest the shoulder version out and keep your hands at your hips, or you can draw back to open the heart and bring the hands up and over the back of the head. Now, if you have shoulder injuries or tightness, that's where using a strap or a towel can really, really help. I know from my body, I could once, when I was younger, before many shoulder injuries, do my hands right over my head, and then through injuries and age, I now use a strap. Soften the knees and sway side to side. And then, as you're ready, use the breath to bring yourself up, hands to the hips. And you can step to face the top of your mat with your hands at your heart. Close the eyes and find your center.
Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare
Inhale the arms up.
Tu Tare.
Exhale the arms down, hands to the earth. Step back. Drop the knees, chest and chin. And press back to child. Coming up to a kneeling position. Sitting on your knees. You can take your left hand and bring it to your left or to your right knee. Left hand, right knee. And then with your right hand, imagine you are waving at a friend across the street. Hi there. And begin twisting to the right. You'll notice if you really work with that right elbow to keep it at a 90-degree angle, you can leverage that right arm to bring the twist right between your shoulder blades, an area of great tension for many people. Center. Switch sides. Come center. Standing tall on your knees for a back bend. Now, many people standing on their knees is going to be a little bit difficult, especially if your floor is hard. So putting a blanket beneath you or folding your mat over once or twice will help. You can bring your hands to your hips, send your thighs forward, and your heart up. Press the heart toward the sky. Most people keeping the hands on the hips for support, but some people can drop one or both hands to the heels. Thighs forward, heart up. Now, if you cannot reach your heels easily, definitely keep the hands on the hips for support. When you're ready, come out slowly and sit back on the heels. Close the eyes, take a few breaths in meditation.
Shanti, Shanti.
Now, if you need a deeper rest, you can stay in meditation. Otherwise, you can repeat the pose a second time. Listen to your body.
Om Tare, Tu Tare, Ture Sa.
When you feel complete with camel pose, you can come out slowly.
Om Tare, Tu Tare, Tu.
Sitting back on the heels and breathing deep. We're going to be taking a restorative pose now, a gentle hip opener known as Happy Baby. So you can lie flat on your back. You can bring the knees to the chest, take hold of the big toes, open the knees apart, and as you exhale, draw down on the feet. Inhale, flatten the low back toward the earth. Exhale, draw the knees toward the earth. Take a moment to think about this pose, Happy Baby pose, where the most complicated thing in your life was looking up and counting your toes. The most joyful, free, liberated time in your life was probably spent in this posture. And then life got complicated. But we know as yogis that we can return to this pose by simply returning to the breath, returning to our body, returning to our yoga mat over and over again. If there are any movements your body would enjoy, you can go ahead and do that on your own. And if you'd like to stay here in Happy Baby just a little bit longer, you can do that as well. When you're ready for deep relaxation, you can take a position lying flat on your back, Shavasana. You can allow your body to grow heavy, dropping deep into the earth. As your breath grows deep, as your body grows heavy, let the sounds of Amber's voice wash through you, inviting your nervous system into a state of deep relaxation.
We let the love wash over us.
awareness to your breath.
let it flow.
Bring awareness to your body. Move your fingers and your toes. And reach the arms overhead. You can draw the knees to the chest and roll to one side. Make your way slowly to sitting, and then close your eyes in deep relaxation. Find your breath and let your mind rest there. And let your heart be open, filled with loving kindness and compassion. How will you simplify your life? What one piece of clutter in your life can you remove to give yourself more space to breathe, to roll out your yoga mat, to come home to yourself? In closing meditation, a very familiar hymn. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where you ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn, turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning, we come round right. I've asked Amber to lead us in our closing 7 Ohms. Bow to the earth. Bowing to all beings, namaste. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you so much for joining us in this practice. And thank you so much to Amber Field for sharing their music. If you want more information about Amber's music, her voice workshops and lessons, amberfieldmusic.com. If you'd like more information about the cathedral, gracecathedral.org. More about that in just a moment. I have an exciting announcement. Before I do that, I want to send a big thank you out to the yoga models who joined me today. Each of them helped you at home, I hope, to get more out of your own practice. If you need to reach me or have questions about my work or want to find some of my other online meditation and philosophy classes, darrenmain.com. Now, on to the good news. Our tentative restart date is June 22nd. This is tentative. Everything in the world of COVID is a moving target, but this is our planned start date to invite people back to Grace Cathedral to practice yoga on Tuesday nights. We will have more details on this soon, so check the Grace Cathedral website and the Yoga on the Labyrinth Facebook page for more details and more current information. Again, I hope you enjoyed this practice together, and we look forward to seeing you again both online and, of course, in the real world soon. Namaste.